We've got some new integrations, some key platform enhancements, and some really exciting things coming in October. Hey everyone, this is John with LeadCapture, just shooting a quick video to run through some of the latest feature updates and enhancements that we pushed to the LeadCapture platform in August. Now, August has been all about integrations, making it easier for you to connect with your preferred lead distribution tools and other parts of your LeadCapture tech stack. For those of you who've been paying attention, in the beginning of August, we relaunched a brand new version of our Active Prospect TrustedForm integration. So simply go to Lead Delivery, go down to TrustedForm, expand, and flip this switch. The new TrustedForm integration is more seamlessly connected to the TrustedForm SDK, giving you the ability to take advantage of everything that the SDK has to offer, such as auto retain. Now, if you're using the old way of integrating your lead form with TrustedForm, that still works. You do not need to change that. But moving forward, I would highly recommend taking advantage of this new approach because all you have to do is flip a switch, and this is available to all plan levels. Shifting our focus to lead distribution tools. Looking in the lead delivery tab and shifting focus down to here, you'll notice that we have a couple of new integrations. We've enhanced a few, and we have some more integrations that will be showing up in September into October. First, let's just cover the new integrations. So we now have a new integration with Phonexa. You no longer need to go through the webhook. You can now go right into Phonexa this way, and you'll see that we have all the fields that you would find in your lead posting guide. You can easily turn test mode on or off, and then you can also set, this is one of my favorite features, the ability to dynamically redirect to a thank you page based on the URL that's returned when the lead is either accepted or rejected. This is a really advanced feature. It's available to all plans, and we'll have some more content coming out about it in the future. But the one thing to note here is that you can enable a redirect when the lead is accepted or when it's rejected. Moving on to LeadProsper, we also now have a new LeadProsper integration. And same thing, you can come into LeadProsper without going through the webhook. You have all the key fields that you need that you would find in the posting guide, along with the dynamic redirect field if you're posting the URL back when the lead is accepted. With LeadByte, we've had a LeadByte integration for quite a while, but we've enhanced this a bit. There's some new features, but the one main thing that I want to highlight is that you can also now do LeadByte dynamic redirects based on the URL that comes back to LeadCapture. So there's a bunch of updates there, and there's more distribution tools that are coming in September or into October. One of the tools to highlight here is Juiced. They are another lead distribution tool that we will have in this section as well. And then we're going to be eyeing up some integrations around attribution tools and landing page providers. More on all of that in the near future. So that's it on the lead distribution side. I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm not going to spend too much time going through all the little things, but there is one more thing that I wanted to highlight. One of the more common requests that we've heard recently from our users is, it sounds small, but it's actually big. It's the ability to automatically adjust an address's state value to be an abbreviated state value instead of the full state. And the reason for this is because some lead distribution tools, such as LeadProsper, only accept or prefer for you to send the state value in the abbreviated form. So if you're sending over Pennsylvania rather than the entire state, you're just sending them PA. It will still accept the full state, but it works better if it is the abbreviated form. And then with some lead distribution tools, they want the full state name. So we needed to give control over that. So what we did here is, if you go into settings here and address autocomplete, expand this, you will now find these switches that says use short state name. So if you need to send over the abbreviated version of a short state name, if you're using the address autocomplete integration, flip the switch and this will automatically in real time translate the state from Pennsylvania to PA or from New York to NY. It automatically knows what to do. Now, if you do not want to send over the abbreviated form, just keep this disabled and it will not do that. And finally, one more thing to touch on, this is huge and I almost forgot it, is drop-off mode. So we completely rebuilt our drop-off mode feature. For those of you who do not know, drop-off mode gives you the ability to capture partial leads in the event that they bail either towards the end of the lead form or once they reach a verification step and bail as well. A common use case here is, let's say you have your lead form set up and you're capturing an email address and then a phone number on a different step. What you could essentially do is enable drop-off mode to capture that partial lead in the event that they enter their email address and bail on the phone number step. Another example of this is, let's say you're using OTP phone verification. You can enable drop-off mode to still capture the lead as a unverified lead in the event that they get all the way through your lead form and bail on the OTP phone verification step. So that's where drop-off mode comes into play. Now, drop-off mode was completely rebuilt, all using server-side logic. The way it works is the moment that a lead starts to complete the lead form, it establishes what we call a heartbeat with our servers. And our servers are constantly checking the lead status as they go through the lead form. And once they hit a contact field step, some more logic is implemented, and then we're kind of watching to see what happens. Do they bail and leave the lead form? Do they continue? Do they complete it? And based on what happens there, we will then determine when to push the lead. So obviously we'll push the lead as soon as it's submitted. But if the lead form is not submitted, and let's say 10 to 15 minutes goes by, we will then push the lead based on the heartbeat status. Prior to this, drop-off mode was using all front-end logic. And this created some inconsistencies and problems based on different device types when there was cookie or JavaScript blocking or just like script set block tracking and cookies and all of that. So we've moved it all to server side, completely rebuilt it. It was a ton of work for the team, but these enhancements will really help make drop-off mode consistent from this point forward. So July through August were big months and really a lot of work on the drop-off mode side and with some of these integrations. As I said, we have more integrations coming, but a really exciting thing just to note for October is we're going to be launching full contact enrichment based on the phone number to start. So someone will enter their phone number into the lead form. We will be looking at the phone number, pulling in all sorts of data points, and even assigning a contact score, or we could just call this a contactability score, to the phone number, telling you how likely someone is to answer. There's way more to all of that. This will be another option for lead verification right inside of the phone field, but stay tuned for some updates on that. We're eyeing up potentially beginning of October to mid-October for that launch. And then, as I mentioned, more integrations and other enhancements are queued up for our September-October release. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.